Yeah, hello students. I'm going to discuss about even function and odd function. Previous videos I have done like domain of different types of functions. 3 videos I have done, and range I have done 2 videos. You can follow that. But remember your target. Don't forget your target. So you are writing 4 times JEE main exam. So in the first time itself you should clear. You'll get confidence about that. Whatever you can boost your confidence, you can do the second time. Easily you can write that. So you should have the full effort you should in the first session itself. So the first phase exam you should write exactly properly, you should write that. The preparation you should do like that. So minimum 70 marks, keep in our mind, minimum 70 marks you should get in your JEE main exam. I'm talking about minimum 70. So you dream it, you should think about that. Definitely you will get 70 marks. Always you dream about that every day. You think about that, how to get 70 marks. You do the work in that pattern only. Anyway, now today's session I am going to explain the type of even function and odd function. This is the important concept. Generally, minimum one question they may use this concept anyway. They may use the concept in any entrance exam. Definitely, one question should be there using the concept of even function, odd function. Definite in that. So now coming to the even function. What is the meaning of even function? When they are talking about the even function, suppose you will take f of x is equal to, when I have taken f of minus x equal to f of x. F of minus x equal to f of x here. For all x belongs to domain of f, df domain of f. The rule here you can see f of replace x with minus x. F of minus x equal to f of x for all x belongs to domain of f. But you remember when you are talking about even function, even this minus x should belong to domain of f. Then only we can discuss about the even function. So always remember minus x should be in df. That is the rule here. Should be in domain. Minus x should be in domain. That be rule. I will tell you the reason why I am talking about this. Minus x should be in domain. Then we can say this function is called even function. I can say when it happens this one, f of x is an even function. Correct. It should be an even function. Minus x should be in domain. Then only can say it is an even function. Even function. Now I will give an example of this. One example. When I have taken f of x is equal to x square. You can verify here. This is a parabola, right? You will get this is a parabola, right? It is an even function. You can check here what is f of minus x. You can verify f of minus x equal to minus x whole square. It gives x square. So which is equal to f of x, right? Both are same. Correct. So this is an even function. But always remember, even function is symmetric about y-axis. Even function is symmetric about y-axis. Even function is symmetric about y-axis. What it means? Suppose if we take a point x comma y here, definitely the point minus x comma y should be there on that curve. Remember, it is symmetric about even function, always symmetric about y-axis. It is not one function, it is many one function. Why? Because you have the same image, right? You can say you will get the same image of this one, right? Both your image will be same. It is not one function, it is many one function. Even function is not one. It is many one function. It is many one function. And also remember, even function always symmetric. This even function is symmetric about y-axis. Even function symmetric about y-axis. Symmetric about y-axis. Even function is symmetric about y-axis. Always symmetric about y-axis. So you remember here. I have defined like this, right? Just you remember here. And at the same time, when I am talking about even function, for example, you take y is equal to mod x, y equal to b. This is also even function, right? This is also even function. So you can see here, you will get like this. Even function. Here you can observe here, both the cases, it is, see here, the value minus mod minus x. Same thing, right? Mod x only. So this is the symmetric with respect to the y-axis. Correct. This is x-axis and y-axis symmetric with respect to x-axis. Correct. It is symmetric. Y equal mod x is an even function. Always symmetric about y-axis. Same you take point x comma y. Minus x comma y should be there on that. That's a rule, right? You can fold on this. It is symmetric. This line coincides with this line. It is symmetric about the line y-axis. So you take any function. I am talking about the here. Suppose I will tell you again. I will give you example. Suppose you take cos x. Even cos x is even function. Cos of minus x cos x. Cos of minus theta cos theta. That is also even function. No doubt about that. Cos even function. Even secant of minus x secant x even function. Cos and secant also even functions. Those functions are even functions. Even you draw the graph of cos x. It is symmetric about y-axis. The graph of cos x, you can think about that. The graph of cos x symmetric about y-axis. No doubt in that. It's clear. No doubt in that. It's clear. There's a good idea about this. This is algebraic I given. I will in the time I will explain after giving out function. I will explain one more example about even function. I will give idea about that. About cos x also it is symmetric about y-axis. Just you remember here. Like that, this is the important concept of this. Sir, yeah, you told minus x should be in domain. Why not? I will tell you an example. After completing our function, I will come back to this. Again, I will tell you why the rule I should follow. Minus x should be in domain. I am going to explain that. I think now you understood this is an even function. Symmetric about y-axis, that you remember. Now here I can also remember here. Even functions never be 1, 1. Even function never be 1, 1. It will be many 1. That you can remember. Okay. Always in the given domain. That is in the given domain. Let's say so. When the domain is R. When the domain is R, it never be 1, 1. When the domain is R, then the function never be 1, 1. Okay. Anyway, just we'll come back to that. Coming to the odd function. So even you can see here, this one even function, the difference I can write f of x minus f of minus x equal to 0. Coming to the odd function, what is the rule of odd function? F of minus x is equal to minus f of x. F of minus x equal to minus f of x. F of minus x equal to minus f of x for all x belongs to domain of f, and also here also minus x should be in domain of f. Minus x should be in domain of f, otherwise it is not odd function. It is not odd function. So whenever this rule follows, then I can say f of x is an odd function. F of x is an odd function. It will be an odd function. The rule it will follow, it is an odd function. For example, if I think again f of x equal to x cube. If I take f of x equal to x cube, if you take f of x cube, you can observe here in this one the graph will go like this. This is f of x cube. It is symmetric with respect to origin. Odd function is symmetric with respect to origin. Remember, odd function symmetric. Always it is symmetric about origin. About origin. Otherwise, I can also think odd function is symmetric with respect to opposite quadrants. It is symmetric with respect to first and third quadrant, or it is symmetric with respect to second and fourth quadrant when the function is odd. When the function is odd, because it is symmetric about origin. About origin. So that is the reason here. Suppose you take a point here. If you take point x comma y, definitely the point should be here. This point should be, you can see, this point should be minus x minus y. This point, I am talking about this point. Minus x comma minus y should be there. When it is an odd function, if xy is there, minus x minus y should be there. Suppose here the point here, the curve is here and here. Suppose the point is minus x comma y, definitely the point will be x comma minus y should be there on that curve when the function is odd. That's a remember odd function rule, this one. Odd function, like this you can remember. As it is Understood here? It is symmetrical about first and third quadrant, or identical equal to, I can also say it is symmetric about origin. Otherwise, it is symmetric about origin, or you can compare second and fourth quadrant. It is symmetrical about second and fourth quadrant. That you remember in the case of odd function x cube. For example, you take one trigonometric function. For example, you take sin x. If you take sin x, y is equal to sin x. Think about the graph of this y equal to sin x. Right? Because this is maximum 1, minimum minus 1, right? Sin 0, 0. We can know about this one, right? The graph, it will go like this, correct? Sin z, it will come up like this. It will go, correct? Right? Because this is the, I can write the thing here, it will go up, it will come down, this down, I can write sin 0, 0. Sin 180, this is 1, this is, it will come up to 1, right? This is 180 here, it will go up like this. This is 180, correct? This is minus 2 pi minus pi. 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. Because sin 2 pi is 0, sin 180 is 0, sin 0, 0. Correct? It goes up to maximum 1, minimum minus 1. This is the graph of y equal to sin x. Odd function, right? This graph of sin x, this is a odd function. Why? Because sin of minus x minus sin x. You can verify. F of minus x equal to minus x whole cube minus x cube. That's the reason this will be odd function. It satisfies this condition, odd function. Even sin of minus x minus sin x. Sin x, cosecant x, tan x, cot x. These four are odd functions. Whereas in the trigonometry, the remaining two, cos x and secant x are even functions. Sin, cosec, tan and cot are odd functions. That you remember here. So like this you can remember here. So here just I am talking about odd function, right? Clearly I am discussing about the odd function, will be like this. So this is the odd function. Now you see, sir, you are saying yes, it is symmetric with respect to origin. This is symmetric with respect to origin always. No doubt in that. Sir, you think about cos x. If you think about cos x, I can explain to you. You can think about the cos x, the graph of cos x. So the graph of cos x will be, you know here, this will come, you can see, it 90. So cos 90 is 0, right? It will come like this, right? It will come like this, right? This is the graph of cos x. Because this is 1. Here you will get this one. This is minus 1. It will come like this, minus 1. So this is the value pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. This is 3 minus 3 pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2. This is y equal to cos x. Y equal to, this is y equal to cos x, right? If you take y equal to cos x, you can observe here. When I am talking about y equal to cos x, this is symmetric with respect to symmetry. Yes, it is symmetric with respect to y-axis. You can fold on that. Symmetric with respect to y-axis. So this is cos x. This is even function. Y equal to cos x is even function. So you can see y equal to sin x is an odd function. Cos x and secant x are even functions. Sin x, cosec x, tan x and cot x are odd functions in the case of trigonometric functions. Just again a brief about that, right? Again about brief about this. Now even coming to the properties, I will discuss the properties, the simple properties I will discuss. So the reason also I will discuss minus x should be in the domain of f, that also I will discuss now. Now I will discuss the properties of this. Now see here, the properties, just now we discussed about the properties now. See, even functions are symmetrical about y-axis. The reason I explained you. Even cos x, y equal to x square. I give an example, mod x always symmetrical about y-axis. Even odd function, we are talking odd functions are symmetrical about origin. Are opposite quadrants. First and third, second and fourth. That I told. Next, f of x. You take any function, neither even or not, or odd. Take any function can be written as sum of even and odd function. F of x may be neither even nor odd, but it can be expressed as sum of even and odd function. So always remember, this is always even. This is always odd. F of x plus f of minus s always even function. F of x minus f of minus s always odd function. If here half of this plus half of this, it gives f of x. Any function can be written as sum of even and odd function. That is always true. Next, if f is an odd function, definitely, and if it is defined at x equal to 0, then f of 0 equal to 0, definite, no doubt in that. When the function is odd, it is defined x equal to 0, then f of 0 equal to 0. For example, you take the function f of x equal to x, it is an odd function. F of 0 equal to 0, no doubt. For example, sin x, f of x equal to sin x. So it is defined at x equal to 0, f of 0 equal to 0 only. So that is the reason. If it is an odd function, if it is defined at x equal to 0, f of 0 should be 0. Suppose if f of 0 not equal to 0, then f cannot be odd. F of 0 not equal to 0, then f cannot be odd. But converse need not be true. That is important. Suppose even in the case of f is odd, converse need not be true. That is important here. So f cannot be odd, but converse need not be true. Now, I will discuss about the next point now. Now you can see the next property I told you, this one, constant function. What is the meaning of constant function? If the if the range is having only one element, suppose if f from a to b is said to be a constant function. If range is having only one element, that is called constant function. Every element of domain should be connected unique element of codomain, that is called constant function. So here is constant function is always, suppose you take f of x is equal to 5, f of anything, f of 2025, f of 2021 5 only, there is no change, that is constant function. So that is always an even function. Constant function is always an even function. But except, what is f of x equal to 0? If we take this one, if you think about this one, here instead of writing here f of x equal to 0, if you consider this one. So otherwise, if the constant is always an even function. In the case of f of x equal to 0, you should be careful. This is even as well as odd. Always. You take f of 1 equal to 0, f of 1, I can write 0 minus 0, I can write right. So that is the reason f of x equal to 0 is taken as even as well as odd. You can also consider as odd also. It's even and also odd function. F of x equal to only, this is unique function. We can say this is both. But you take any other function number, either even or odd. But this function always even and also odd. For example, you take f of x equal to sin x plus cos x, combination of even and odd. This is neither even nor odd. If I take f of x equal to sin x plus cos x, neither even nor odd. So if I take f of x equal to sin x plus cos x. So what about this function? I can say neither even nor odd. Neither even nor odd. Same thing, f of x equal to x plus x square, neither even nor odd. Those functions. Only this is specifically f of x equal to 0, either even and also odd function. Remember that. Next one, the derivative of any odd function, if you take, it gives even function. Vice versa, if you take even function, odd function. Remember, if you take the derivative of odd function is even function, same time derivative of even function is an odd function. This is true always. For example, you take an even function. Suppose you take even function. So just even function, what the rule I told, even function means f of minus x equal to f of x. This is even function. In the domain, x and minus x should be the domain of f. You take this is even function. You take, and this is even function. Derivative of this you find f dash of minus x. Derivative of minus x is minus 1 f dash of x. So what you will get? F dash of minus x is equal to minus of f dash of x. So what it becomes? What is the rule of odd function? F of minus x equal to minus f of x. Same thing, f dash of minus x equal to minus f dash of x. So I can write f dash of x is an odd function. It is an odd function. That is always true. F dash of x is an odd function. Same thing, I have taken this odd function, I have taken this one, I have done this right. Suppose you take even function. Suppose you take even, so sir, I have taken even function, the derivative of even function is odd function, right? Same you can think about, suppose you take odd function. You take any odd function, you take one odd function. What is the rule of odd function? f of minus x equal to minus f of x. Take derivative of this, it will come minus f dash of minus x equal to, you will get minus f dash of x, correct? Minus f dash of x, I will write clearly here, just wait 1 minute. As you can see here, when I am talking about this one, if I write here, what it comes here, minus f dash of minus x is equal to, you will get minus f dash of x. Minus plus get cancelled, you get f dash of minus x equal to, you will get minus f dash of x. So here, the function I have taken, you can see here, minus 1 is cancelled here, this will be even function, right? So f dash of should be even function. When I have taken odd function f of minus x equal to minus f of x, find derivative of that. Minus f dash of minus x equal to minus f dash of x. This is minus f of x I have taken, right? Minus f of x. So you will get minus f dash of x. Correct. So we are not able to see properly. This I can explain again here. You can see. If we take odd function. So when I am talking about odd function, what is odd function? Odd function is f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. Take derivative of this, minus f dash of minus x is equal to, you will get, because I have taken f of minus x equal to minus f of x. So you take a derivative of this minus f dash of x, minus minus get cancelled. F dash of minus x equal to, you will get f dash of x. You will get this result, right? So that means, what you have taken odd function, I got even function. Same thing, you have understood this, I will explain again the same thing. This is, I got f dash of minus x equal to, this one I got, there we can decide, right? So this is the reason I can decide about the given function is, here I have taken odd, the derivative will be even function. This is even function here. Like this we can discuss about. So you remember what I discussed, the derivative of odd function will be even function, the derivative of even function will be odd function. So derivative of even will be odd, derivative of odd function will be even, vice versa. So these are the points now I discussed about this. Now I will discuss about what is the now the next point I will discuss the different types of, now like sum of two functions, product of two functions, when each one is even, other either even or odd, I will discuss now. Now say in this problem I am going to explain f of x or x square x greater than or equal to 0. I am going to verify where is even or odd. Most of the people look into this equation as they will say it is an even function. Blindly they will say, but the rule I told you, when you are talking about, see, they restricted the domain x greater than or equal to 0. They are not given x belongs to r. Correct. I told to define about the domain of the function for even function. When x belongs to r, minus x should belong to r. If minus x should be in the given domain, minus x should be in the given domain, then only we can think about the even function or odd function. So you think about the graph of this. If you draw the graph of this, just you can observe here, the graph will go like this. This is the graph of y equal to x square when x is greater than or equal to 0. What is the rule for even function? It should be symmetric about y-axis. It is not symmetric. Correct? It is not symmetric, right? So it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric about y-axis. Am I right? It is not symmetric about y-axis. Correct? Again, same thing. It is not symmetric about origin. It is not symmetric about origin, right? Both. Odd function, symmetric about origin. Even function, symmetric about y-axis. It doesn't satisfy both the conditions. That means this function is neither even nor odd function. You can say this is the given one. F of x equal to x square, x greater than or equal to 0 is neither even nor odd function. Sir, why you are saying the rule is f of minus x equal to f of x? Take f of minus x equal to, you are taking here f of minus x equal to minus x whole square equal to x square. We got f of x satisfied this rule. Why you are not saying it is not even function? What is the rule? When you are taking minus x, when x belongs to x greater than or equal to 0, minus x doesn't belong to the given domain. Correct? If you take minus x, it will value will come this side. X is positive. Minus x will be negative, right? X is positive, minus x will be negative. Minus x will come this side. So here the domain doesn't contain the domain doesn't have minus x. So if you follow this rule also, this is not neither even nor odd function. Should be careful. with respect to the domain. So remember, this function is neither even nor odd. Correct? I can say about this particular, I can say about this, right? Understood that? This is the equal. You remember, it depends upon the domain of the function. You should be careful. Now, I will give one more example. Now, say in this problem, f of x sin mod x. Check, well, verify whether it's even or odd. So, our procedure, we know that when I have taken to verify this, suppose f of minus x sin of mod minus x. Why? Because we know the domain of mod x is R. That means x minus x also belong to R. Domain of mod x is R. Both are there. So if you take f of minus x, I can convert because minus x belongs to the domain of mod x, right? I have taken this. You will get sin mod x only, right? It will be equal to f of x. So I can say here f is an even function. Correct? F is an even function, no doubt in that. Because x and minus x belong to the domain of this function. Clear? Sir, if you what the graphical, how to explain? If you think graphically about this, you can think about it graphically. So, whenever you are thinking about the graph of this one, always remember, when you think about the graph of this one, first you draw the graph on right hand side, when x is positive. So, maximum 1 I can think here, sin 0, it will go like this, it will come like this, it will go like this. So, we know here, sin 0, 0, sin 91, this is pi, sin 180, 0, this is 2 pi. If you want to draw the graph of sin mod x, first you draw this side, 0, or is it pi, 2 pi, sin 0, 0, sin pi 0, sin 2 pi 0. For every multiple of n pi, sin will be 0, and every multiple of pi. Correct? Sin n pi equal to 0, right? Now here, n is an integer, sin n pi equal to 0, and n is any integer. Now you see, to draw the graph of sin mod x, I put even function, right? So you draw here, you draw the image of this. Image of this you draw. If you think image of this, so image of this, it will come like this, it will go like this will be. So this is minus pi and this is minus 2 pi. So you will get like this. This is the graph of f of x equals sin mod x. Whenever you want sin mod x graph, you write this image of that, you should draw this side. You will get like this. This now you can see clearly this is symmetric with respect to y-axis, about y-axis. It is symmetric about y-axis. When it is symmetric about y-axis, definitely I can say y equal to, this is the function sin mod x, y means f of x only, is an even function. Since it is symmetric about y-axis, since it is symmetric about y-axis, right? It is symmetric about y-axis, so it is an even function. Correct? That also you can decide. Either you can prove like this or you can prove like this. Both ways are right. Correct? Now, I will give one more important part I will discuss now. After that, I will discuss about the different types of problems. Now you see in this, the combination of different types of functions. They are given f of x, g of x. Difference of those two functions and addition of those two functions. You can check that addition of those two functions. And also, you can also verify here. When I am talking about product of two functions and quotient of two functions and composite of two functions, f of g of x. So when I have taken, see, when the functions f is even, g is odd, difference and sum will be neither even nor odd. Difference and sum neither even nor odd. The product, when even is odd, the product will get odd only. Same time the quotient also odd. But the composite function is even. So when f is even, g is odd, the composite function is even. Why? Because you get f of g of x. F of g of x is f of g of x. The function will be f. So that's the reason. So the nature of f, it will come f of g of x. It will be even function. Coming to the second, odd even. So again, neither even nor odd, sum and difference of those two. But when they are taking product, if they take product will be odd and even will be odd and odd. Same here again, here you can see here odd and even. Coming to the composite function, that will be even function. When you are talking about that, whenever odd even if you take, odd and even if you take, you will get odd even case also. The composite function will be even function you will get. No doubt in that. We will get a composite even function. You can take example, you can also verify that. Next, if you take even. So in the case of f is even, g is even, you get all are even function only. Sum is even, difference is even, difference of two functions is even, sum of two functions is even, product will be even, the quotient will be even, the composite function also even, no doubt in that. When both are odd, even the sum of the difference of this will be odd, sum will be odd when both functions are odd, even the product will be even, the quotient will be even, and the composite, when both functions are odd, the composite functions will be odd function. So when you are talking about like two different types of function, one is even, one is odd. When you are thinking about difference or sum or product or quotient or composite function, this will be the nature of the functions. I have done this almost, I have done all the properties of this. Now here in this video I am going to stop with this. The next video I will explain different types of problems, concept of even and odd function problems, how to decide whether the given problem is even or odd. That is important. Now in this video you will learn the properties of even and odd function. What is even function, what is odd function, what are the properties of that you will learn. The next video is important. After learning this, you go through the next video, that will be completely the problems, how to solve the problems. So I will solve around 10 problems. I solve all different types of problems. I will solve. That will be enough for your JEE preparation to answer the question. Like they ask related to even and odd function, definitely you can answer that, no doubt in that, because I am covering all types of problems in that. So just go through only half an hour time, go through this, you will be thorough with this topic. So don't miss the next video. I am going to explain in that all most important problems. Now, thank you.